Oh my Smurf. It's a miracle. Smurfaloonia. Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd. I cannot believe what I read is real, but it's real. I can't believe I'm saying this. They're making a brand new Smurfs movie and it's going to be completely animated. I'm not kidding. Fully animated CGI movie. No live action, no New York or Paris. It is a legit reboot. It's basically a reboot. Director of Shrek 2 and Romeo and Juliet is gonna head up the project. They got producers behind it. It doesn't even have a title yet. They're referring to it as the Untitled Smurfs movie. It is not Smurfs 3. This is not a continuation of the first two movies. This is a completely separate story. It's basically gonna be an origin story of the Smurfs, fully CGI. Yes, it's CGI, not traditional 2D animation, but I'll take it. I will take it. As long as there's not a live actor walking around looking at dead space that we're gonna put a Smurf in, I am good. I have an actual quote. This is the quote from the director. I'm really excited about taking the Smurfs in a completely new, fresh direction. We're not making a Smurfs 3 film. We're not making a Smurfs 3 film. Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris. I'm just saying. That is awesome. Our character designs and environments will be stylistically closer to the original artwork created by Meadows. Not only are they making a fully CGI animated film, but they're actually gonna make it even closer to the original Smurfs that we see in the comics. Oh my God. Oh my Smurf. Our story will explore the beginnings of the beloved little blue creatures in a fun, full CGI animated comedy adventure for every generation to enjoy. I'm still thinking that this is not true. Like, it's funny, I actually told one of my friends this yesterday. I was like, hey, did you hear the Smurfs movie? The next one is gonna be fully CGI. And he literally goes, were you dreaming when you heard this news? Are you sure this is real? And that's how I feel. I feel like at some point they'll be like, nah, we were just joking. Neil Patrick Harris is on set right now. Hank Azaria is putting on his Gargamel makeup. But no, this is legit. This is happening. This is on Sony Animation's website. And I could not be more happy about this. This is what I've wanted since day one. You've heard me do my reviews of the Smurfs and the Smurfs 2, and I've said, why can we not just have this fully animated? This is such a quick reboot though. This is like the Man of Steel for the Smurfs. Like Superman Returns is Smurfs 1 and 2. This Smurfs movie will be Man of Steel. Hopefully it will not be the same quality as Man of Steel. But yes, oh my God, I'm just, it's just so, you say things and you feel like you're just talking to dead air. You're just like, I'm the only one that thinks this, but apparently I'm not alone, because for them to make this drastic of a change, it's very easy for them to go, let's just do it again, number 3. But somehow the people spoke, somehow the animation department spoke at Sony, and this is happening. And all I can say is just thank you to every person that had an involvement of this decision being made. If you had an inkling of involvement of this decision being made, I personally thank you. I cannot thank you enough for finally doing this. I wish you would have known this in 2011, but hey, we all make mistakes. I'm not gonna fault you for that. Now, this origin story, different direction of the movie does raise some big questions. The biggest question is Hank Azaria. He was a great Gargamel. I always gave him credit for that. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen with this movie. Are we gonna have Gargamel in the movie since it's an origin story? And if we are gonna have Gargamel, will Hank Azaria be the voice? He did the voices for the Smurfs shorts that they made, so maybe he'll do this too. I think that'd be great. Also, will there be a Smurfette? Because if it's an origin story, will we still have Smurfette? Or maybe the creation of Smurfette will be part of the origin story. And also, I'm curious about the voice cast. Since the first two movies had a bunch of celebrities voice all the different Smurfs, I'm wondering if they're gonna keep all those voices, or because this is a completely new, fresh direction, if they're gonna just get a whole new cast of voice actors to do all the Smurfs. I mean, some of the original voice cast are still around. I'm just saying, you could use them again. I will take that. That'll be a pass. If we're getting a fully animated Smurfs movie, you use whatever voice actors you want, except for Will Smith. Sorry, no offense, Will Smith. I love you in Men in Black, but I saw you as a talking fish, so do not be a Smurf. Oh, Smurf? No. La la. Smurf up, Smurf up. Mind your Smurfness. That's all. Just mind your Smurfness. Can there also be a Carlton Smurf? I guess that's brainy, basically. It's not Smurf usual to be smurfed by anyone. The big question for me is why? Why have they decided to take this completely different direction with the Smurfs movie and make it fully animated? I have a couple of theories. The second movie, it did much less than the first movie. And while the first movie got a little bit of the, well, it's not great, but there's some parts that's okay, that second movie was critically panned. Everyone hated it, and with good reason. Complete cash in, completely farm. There was a Facebook reference. I think that's my rule now for anything, is once a movie has a Facebook reference, Annie, I have some problems with it. Smurfs don't tweet. Smurfs Smurfs don't make Vine videos. Smurfs don't use Tinder. Why would they use Tinder anyway? There'd be only one woman on Tinder. That'd be pretty boring. Left or right? Left. Oh, it's the same woman again. Also, animation films in general have done better lately. Look, I'm not mad about the Smurfs movie. At the time it came out, I completely understand. You had a few big hits in animation, but they were mostly coming from Disney and Pixar and DreamWorks. And then at the same time, you had movies like Alvin and the Chipmunks, which was just making crazy money. So look, I get it. I can get some movie looking at Alvin and the Chipmunks and going, let's just do that with Smurfs. But now it's a little bit different. Animation has definitely exploded over the last few years. You're seeing more studios that aren't Disney or Pixar or DreamWorks doing really well, very successful, including Sony themselves. They want to beef up their animation department, and if you got a franchise like the Smurfs and you're trying to beef up your animation, makes perfect sense to me. You hear a lot of people complaining, oh, home video's not doing well because of the Netflix and the internet and whatnot. But I can tell you one thing, if there's one genre that is still kicking butt when it comes to home video, it is family films. You got a bunch of kids, you want them to shut up, you put that DVD in, and silence. It's a lot easier to do that with a fully animated film than with a live action film for some young kids. And I think we've seen the fanship of Smurfs themselves come out so much stronger now that they're probably realizing, oh hey, there actually are a lot of people who are still into Smurfs. They maybe didn't realize that in 2011 because Smurfs weren't mainstream as much at the time. A lot of kids didn't know what the Smurfs were, and a lot of hardcore Smurf fans were like, Smurf this movie. Personally, I think the biggest thing that helped with this were those shorts, the Smurf Christmas Carol and the Legend of Smurfy Hollow. Animation and Smurf fans alike were like, these are really great. Legend of Smurfy Hollow, the director, Stephen Frank, who I met, who is completely awesome. He even got nominated for an Annie Award for directing Legend of Smurfy Hollow. Like, no one I know has ever said a bad thing about those shorts. He made two big budget films, and while they made a lot of money, a lot of people hate them, and then you made these two little tiny animated shorts, and everyone's just like, these are the best things ever. This is how the Smurfs should be. This is how the Smurfs should be. This is how the Smurfs should be. Eventually, it catches up to you. So I just can't. I'm still telling myself this is real. I still, for some reason, feel like it's all a dream, that it's in a gigantic present that Jokey made, and when we all open it up to see the movie, it's just gonna explode in our face. But I am just super stoked. I'm so happy. I'm just wondering what this means for Rescue Rangers. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that Chipmunk Smurfs route. Haha, what do you think of that, Smurfs? Oh, actually, we're gonna be fully animated now, Chippendale. So, have fun with that. La, 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 la. This movie needs to be good, and we gotta support it, people. Like, Peabody and Sherman is like, we're trying. We need these movies to succeed, because if they don't, you're gonna see more of your cartoon characters wearing hoodies in live action real world. I don't want gadget twerking. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this news? Are you excited about a Smurfs fully animated movie coming to theaters? And what classic cartoon would you like to see on the big screen? Not live action CGI blend, but just straight up fully animated. Garfield, this could be your time. Get back in there. I Smurf you like a play cousin. I'm Smurfy 5000. Chain chomp Smurf. I can't do this alone.
Fine, I got your back. Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I'm a white nerd, and I'm also angry. Nostalgia Chick Rants!